Hey everyone, if you've been seeing my videos showing up on your feed more than once, that's probably not random. Consider it a sign. Hit that subscribe button and help support the channel. I post daily. Now, let me tell you about something that happened over the weekend. I'm still trying to process how surreal it was. I'd been in a relationship with Lisa for nearly 3 years. For a good chunk of that time, we lived together. Everything seemed fine, or at least that's what I believed, until early May. One evening, Lisa sat me down and said she was feeling lost. She wasn't sure who she was outside of our relationship. Pretty classic quarter-life identity crisis stuff. She's 27, I'm 31. I tried to be supportive. She said, "Mark, I love you, but I need time to figure myself out." I respected that. Personal growth is important. But then she dropped a condition that raised every red flag imaginable. She said, "I need space to find myself, but I don't want you seeing anyone else." She claimed it wasn't about being with someone new, just needing clarity on her own. I asked how long she planned to be away. She said 2, maybe 3 months, tops. She intended to stay with her sister Amy during that period. I agreed, foolishly, in hindsight. She packed up that weekend and left, but didn't change her mailing address since Amy's place was supposedly temporary. The first month was rough. I kept expecting a text or call, something, but all I got was a single message asking me to forward any important mail. By month 2, the silence was frustrating. My buddy Dave bluntly told me I was being a doormat, letting Lisa go on a personal retreat while I hit pause on my life. So I redirected my focus. Got back to the gym. Picked up old hobbies. I started feeling more like myself again. And then, during month 3, something unexpected happened. I met Rachel at a bookstore. She was wrestling with a stack of dense philosophy books, and I offered to help. That led to coffee, then dinner later that week. Rachel was real. No games. Just straightforward and kind. We started spending more time together. Things progressed naturally. She stayed over more often, left some clothes, her toothbrush. It wasn't official, but it felt right. Fast forward to this past Saturday, August 10th. 3 months and a week since Lisa left. I was making breakfast for Rachel when the doorbell rang. I checked the peephole. There was Lisa, holding a suitcase and flowers. My heart sank. I opened the door. "Hey, Lisa." She smiled like nothing had happened. "Hey, stranger. I'm ready." I asked, "Ready for what?" She replied, "To come home." I found myself. "I'm ready to commit." Then she tried to walk in, like the last 3 months hadn't happened. I didn't move. "We need to talk first," I said. She looked puzzled. "Talk about what?" I did what I said I would. Took time for myself. Now I'm here. Right then, Rachel walked into view, wearing one of my t-shirts and holding a coffee mug. "Morning, babe. Breakfast's almost ready." She saw Lisa and said, "Oh, hi." Lisa's face dropped. "Who is this?" I introduced them. "Lisa, this is Rachel. Rachel, this is Lisa, my ex." Rachel smiled and said, "Nice to meet you, Lisa. Mark told me about you." Lisa's tone turned sharp. "Mark, we were on a break. We agreed not to date other people." I corrected her. "You said you didn't want me to." "I never agreed to that. You wanted space. I gave it." She got angry. "You cheated on me." Rachel raised an eyebrow. "Cheated? Didn't you leave to go find yourself?" Lisa ignored her and looked at me. "We had an understanding. You were supposed to wait." "No," I said. "You made decisions for both of us without asking. You walked out. Set your own rules. And you expected me to just freeze my life. That's not how it works." She snapped. "So you just moved on that fast?" "No, Lisa. You disappeared. Didn't check in, didn't care. What did you think was going to happen?" She tried to peek into the apartment. Noticed Rachel's things around. "Is she living here now?" "That's not something you need to worry about anymore." Lisa's tone got cold. "We need to talk in private. Ask her to leave." Rachel actually laughed. "Excuse me." Lisa shot back. "This has nothing to do with you." I stopped it right there. There's nothing left to talk about. You left. I moved on. That's life. Then Lisa broke down crying. Real tears this time. Please, Mark. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have left. Can we just talk? No, I said. You went to find yourself. I found someone better. That one hit her. She looked stunned, staring at Rachel. Better? You think she's better than me? Rachel put her arm around my waist. Honey, I think your breakfast is burning. Message delivered. We closed the door. Lisa was left standing there in the hallway, suitcase and flowers in hand. Here's how things played out over the next couple of days. Sunday morning, Lisa started texting non-stop. 43 messages in under 6 hours. Started off apologizing, but quickly shifted to rage. Can't believe you moved on so fast. Did those 3 years mean nothing? Who even is Rachel? Were you cheating the whole time? I showed Rachel the texts. She just chuckled. She's really leaning into the victim thing. Monday, Lisa stepped it up. She called my sister, trying to dig for info. Jennifer texted me. Your ex called asking about your girlfriend. Said you were on a break, not broken up. What's happening? I called and explained everything. Jennifer wasn't buying Lisa's version of events. So she ghosted for months, told you not to date, then acts surprised you've moved on? Sounds exactly like her. Then came Tuesday. Lisa showed up again. This time with a box. Claimed she came to grab a few things she forgot. I asked what she was talking about. She took everything when she left. She had no answer. It felt more like she was just checking in on my life than retrieving anything important. She said she left a plant, a mug, some books. Fine, take the plant. But this doesn't mean she can just come and go. I lived here for over a year, she said. My mail still comes here. Then update your address. It's not my problem anymore. She left with the plant and some random stuff I didn't even know was still around. Then on Wednesday, Rachel got a call, at work. Lisa had tracked down her company's website, called the main line, and asked to speak with her. Rachel told me about it over dinner. Your ex called my office today. What did she say? She pretended to be an old college friend. My assistant didn't buy it, took a message instead. I called the number back, just a voicemail that said Lisa. Clearly, Lisa's been doing some serious digging. Probably already figured out where I work too. So, that's where things stand now. Lisa had left, and I hadn't heard much until Thursday, when she messaged me around lunchtime. Mark, I need to ask you something, and I want the truth, she said. Go ahead, I replied. Were you seeing Rachel before I moved out? No. I met her in a bookstore in July, 2 months after you left. She didn't buy it. You expect me to believe you just happened to find someone perfect like that. I'm not asking you to believe anything. That's just how it happened. She scoffed. How convenient. What's really convenient is that you suddenly want me back the same week your sister probably told you to get your own place. There was a pause. That's not why I called, she finally said. I've done a lot of reflecting these past 3 months. And this is the exact week you've decided you've grown enough? Let me guess, Amy told you it's time to move on. She didn't kick me out. But she nudged you, didn't she? And suddenly I matter again. Lisa let out a long sigh. Can't we just try again? I've changed. I'm glad for you. I've learned something too. Life's better without the chaos. I hung up. I didn't block her, though maybe I should have. A week passed. Monday came with a call from Amy, her sister. We'd always gotten along. Mark, I owe you an apology for Lisa, she said. I didn't know she was still bothering you and your girlfriend. You're not responsible. Maybe a little. I let her stay with me rent-free for 3 months while she tried to figure things out. I didn't realize she thought she could just pick up where she left off with you. You mean she planned this? She's been saying she was going to come back to you since June. It never crossed her mind that you'd moved on. I told her she should maybe check in with you before assuming anything, and she said you two had an understanding. So that was it. Lisa had spent the summer imagining a reunion that was never discussed. Amy, Did she actually work on herself, or was this just her taking a break from responsibility? To be honest, she mostly watched Netflix and complained about being single. She was even talking to some guy named Brandon on a dating app. Planned to visit him in Denver until he ghosted her. That's when she shifted her attention back to you. So that was the timing. The moment her other option disappeared, she remembered I existed. Tuesday night, Lisa showed up again. This time with her mom, Carol. Out of respect for Carol, I let them in. Mark, Carol said gently. Lisa tells me there's been a misunderstanding. There hasn't, I said. Lisa left to focus on herself. I accepted that and moved on. She said you agreed to revisit the relationship later. I never agreed to that. She told me what she was going to do, and she left. Lisa interrupted. You said you understood. I did. I understood that you needed space. That's not the same as agreeing to hit pause. Carol looked confused. Lisa, you said this was something you both decided on before moving in with Amy. We did, Lisa insisted. He said he understood. Understanding and agreeing are not the same, I said. I understood you wanted out. I never promised to wait around. Carol seemed genuinely surprised. Lisa, you told me everything was settled. The story Lisa had told her was falling apart. She'd painted a version of things where we were just temporarily apart, working toward a shared goal. Reality was far less romantic. She left, and I moved on. Carol, I loved your daughter. But she ended it. I just accepted what she decided. Carol apologized, clearly still unaware of the extent of Lisa's manipulation. Then came Wednesday. Lisa made one last desperate move. She contacted Rachel. That night, Rachel told me about it. She somehow found my number, she said. Wanted to meet. Said we should talk, woman to woman. What did she say? That you two were engaged and I was ruining your relationship. She even hinted that she might be pregnant. Which is a lie. We haven't been together since April. Yeah, I figured. I told her if she was pregnant, she should be talking to you, not me. She also said engaged couples usually live together. What did you say to that? I hung up. Thursday came and went with silence. No calls, no messages, nothing. Friday, Amy called again. Mark, I told Lisa she has to move out by the end of the month. This obsession isn't healthy. Good for you. She's been lying to everyone. Your mom thought we were still together. I did too. She made it sound like you were just waiting for her. But it's clear now, you weren't. Where will she go? Probably back to our parents. She's out of money and still doesn't have a plan. She just wants her old life back, but that doesn't exist anymore. Exactly. Saturday morning, Rachel was making breakfast when she looked at her phone. Your ex sent me a friend request. Block her. Already did. She also messaged me. Said she's moving back home and wanted to apologize. Think she's finally done. She has to be. Amy says she's moving out, broke, and out of options. A month later, Lisa had been living with her parents for 3 weeks. Not a single message or call since. Amy updated me last week. Lisa's working part-time in retail now. Still insists I made a mistake, but she stopped trying to convince me. Living at home again at 27 must have finally made things click. Carol told me Lisa's started therapy. Apparently, she's starting to understand that taking space doesn't mean someone else has to freeze in place. Amy confirmed what I already suspected. Lisa fully intended to move to Denver with Brandon. When that didn't work out, she defaulted to me. She's embarrassed now, realizing how everything fell apart. Once she left Amy's place, the calls stopped. Reality had caught up. Rachel and I made things official. She moved in last week. Gave up her apartment, brought more than her toothbrush. Her life is here now. Do you think she'll try again? Rachel asked while arranging books on our shelf. Doubt it. Shame's not something she handles well. Plus, it's a long drive, and she's probably low on gas money. Good, Rachel said. I was tired of being a guest star in a relationship that ended months ago. She wasn't wrong. Funny thing is, all this clarified what I really want. Lisa ran when life got hard. Rachel stayed, steady, grounded. No drama, no jealousy, just honesty and calm. Rachel said something the other day that stuck with me. Lisa did you a favor by leaving. How so? I asked. If she hadn't, you wouldn't have known what better looked like. She was right. Sometimes it takes someone walking away to make room for someone better. Lisa thought space would help her grow and that I'd still be here when she got back. Instead, that space let me find someone who didn't need to leave to know what she wanted. Lisa's break cost her a future. Mine gave me one. Funny how things work out.